Hey, this is Marcus.
Hey, this is James.
Hi, this is Royce.
This is Nick.
Hey, this is Ty.
Hey, it's your boy Mike Mo.
Hey, this is Vinny.
This is Dog.
It's your boy Shabrady.
This is Jonathan.
You're listening to the
Podcast.
Yo, what's up, guys? Long time no see. Week 11. Me and Chris took a little hiatus, a little break for a bit. We've been busy. Chris is still busy. I don't know what he's up to, but we're joined by pinch hitter Royce off of the bench.
What's up,
Royce?
What's up? I'm gonna try to get Chris's mannerisms down. He does that.
Yeah.
All the time throughout the podcast. I got it.
Are you a watcher or a listener of the podcast?
Bro, I'm a watcher. I'm like first every time.
I know, appreciate it. I can't believe you I swear to God, I dropped the podcast and then you say I guess I ain't sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
You can't wait until the next day or something. Are you dying to know what we say about you?
Yeah, honestly, I like the input, and then I like disregarding the input.
All right. Well, how's the season been treating you so far?
Consistency's been the main issue. I mean, my team on paper, I think, looks really strong. It's just they never really pop off at the same time until last week, I guess. So I'm feeling good for the next 4 weeks. I'm pretty positive. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just hop right into it. I guess I gotta be both David and Chris this week because Chris usually jumps us into the segments, but I'll do it. So what is your Turkey Day? For a quick question, what is your Turkey Day tradition, Royce?
It's usually just family parties. I don't really eat turkey. The only time I eat turkey, ham, and all that stuff is Friendsgiving if someone really wants to do it. But usually it's just Viet food, drinking, lots of family time. Friendsgivings are fun, also food and drinking, but that's about it.
So your family does Viet food mostly? No, stuffing, turkey, ham, stuff like that?
It'll be one person doing it. It'll be gumjing, egg rolls, all that stuff, and then a green bean casserole.
All right. Yeah, I think my mom's side does James can vouch for this. My mom's side does the American style with the turkey, the ham, and the stuffing, and cornbread and stuff like that, and wine, lots of wine, and football is gonna be on the TV or whatever. And then my dad's side is the Viet potluck with fucking I don't even pho and bún bò Huế in the on the stove in the kitchen. It's crazy, but I'm glad I don't get to eat it twice. I guess, or the same thing twice. Do you do both sides of the family, Royce?
No, my mom's side's all in Vietnam, and then one aunt's in Texas. So mostly it's mostly my dad's side, and then I'll go to Jen's for Thanksgiving.
For the nyao.
Dude, they nyao heavy, and it's outside. There's all the uncles are cooking, so then they'll be barbecuing and grilling steaks and stuff. And then at midnight, bro, the pho is ready. So it's a 13-course meal, but each course is a main course.
That's funny. And so is that on Wednesday or Thursday?
So Thursday's my family. I think Jen's family is gonna be on Saturday or something.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, who in the spirit of Thanksgiving, who on your team are you thankful for, and who are you not thankful for?
Bro, thankful for the one and only Josh Jacobs.
Still,
he proved everyone in this league wrong. All right.
I mean, for a week, but now he's back to who he is.
Bro, he scored a shit ton last week.
He scored once. Okay.
He's pretty good. And then I'm not thankful for Kyle Pitts, who I have back on my team again.
So we'll get into that Kyle Pitts trade later, but I think your Achilles heel is that tight end position right here.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that turns out. I am thankful for there's a lot of people I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for The Honda Foreman for stepping right into the Brees Hall role after he went down. I thought my team was in pretty bad shape. Found the Honda. He's been pretty serviceable. I am not, and I guess Nick Chubb and Stephon Diggs, but those are my studs. I mean, I drafted them to be who they are. I am not thankful for Justin Herbert. That guy's a bum. That guy's a straight bum. But, God's plan. I just got to ride it out, apparently. So, Michael hit me up with the trade offer today. And I said, I'm sinking with this ship, Michael. It's too late for me to trade him now. I feel like I lost like maybe two close matchups. I feel like my record could be a lot better if I had Justin Herbert not give like 10 points that week. But yeah, that guy sucks. We'll see. Shot bets for the week. Timmy, one shot. DJ Moore to Green Bay. I don't think he sent me that video, so it didn't happen. So that gets pushed up to 2. Deion Jackson over under 9.5 points. I lost that one. I'll take a shot on the pod today. Royce and Vin side bet points. What is that? Like who wins straight up in points?
Yeah. Just because we weren't playing each other, but I was just like, I'll outscore you, Vin, and then we put a shot on it, and
Okay.
I lost.
So you take that shot right now.
Yeah.
Head to head, me and Chris. Chris won. Man, the hosts are really bad at the head or at picking. We'll get into that later, but we're bad. Dallas top 5 defense. Is this what is that?
It's ongoing
on the year.
till I think I don't know if it's still end of regular season or playoffs, but hey, they're number 2 right now, so that's 30. That's 31 shots for Timmy right now.
Is that 31 really?
So I spent 28 fab on it, and Timmy, he said I spent too much, so I said let's put 28 shots on if they finish top 5 or not. And then Timmy one update, he said for every place below 5 that they get, it's that many shots for that many places, and then vice versa. So they're number 2 right now is 31.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. And this one I'm actually kind of proud of. Tom Brady. I picked the line exactly. I said week 10 or week 11. Before week 11, Tom Brady is below 16.5. And he's at number 17 right now on season average. And so Nick has to pay that. I swear if I think they have a good matchup this week. So I think if it waited to week 11 to pay out, maybe I wouldn't have won that one. But thank goodness. So I think Nick pays that one out. Oh, wait, but they're on their bye this week, so yeah. Nick pays that one out later. So you want to take... Oh, and y'all killed all my alcohol at Alice's birthday party, so I have no more hard alcohol left. So, do you think it's 2 shots is worth 1 Guinness and 1 wine glass?
Yeah, I'll say it. I mean, I'm out of hard alcohol. I have this cosmopolitan thing that Jen got me.
What is
I'm
that?
just gonna swig from this. Yeah, it's just vodka and triple sec, but it tastes mostly like vodka. It's so shitty.
Do I do Guinness beer before wine or wine before beer?
Depends. Do you like? I don't know. It's up to you.
I think it's wine before beer.
Heavier.
The Guinness is heavy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Guinness is. We have no videos this week, so they're just. I just full screen you, and they can watch you, and then they'll watch me throughout the day.
Isn't that Andrew's Guinness that he brought this past week?
Yeah, it is, but he left it.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna. How do you want me to prove that I'm drinking a lot? Do I need to prove it?
I need to see the up and down of the throat.
Do you want a gurgle at the end too?
Yeah, give me the gurgle.
Okay, give you a gurgle.
Give me the gurgle and then backwash it so I know that it was in there, and then you can drink that.
Okay.
Ew.
Ah! That burned.
All right. Wait. So it's a cosmopolitan?
Yeah, it's just cosmopolitan, like pre-mixed in a bottle.
What's the percentage of that? Did I ask already?
It's 20% alcohol. Should I do another one to equal a shot?
I mean, I'm doing a full glass of wine, which is 20 also. So you got to do however much this is worth.
Cheers. I'm the liver king.
No, you're not. This guy like died at out. He almost slept over at my house because he couldn't get up and he threw up in his brother's car, which is
with a
Royce.
bag. But also,
Royce,
fish bowls are my enemy, dude.
Royce and Timmy are like so washed at drinking. I think they have that like that peak where like they can, but they fall off real quick. Like maybe like you're 23, 22, 23. It was your apex. You're like D Rose. Like you had that highest of the high tolerance, but now you guys are like made of.
Made of glass.
Yeah, you
dude.
guys are made of glass, bro. So
Hey, it's called growth, dude. I don't need to drink a lot to have a fun time.
that's. But you need to drink a lot so that we can have a fun time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today. I'll kill this right now. Break us in. All right, this is your tryouts. Walk
I
us
got
through
you, I
the
got you, I
waiver
got you. Off
wire.
the bench right here. All right. Going into week 10 waivers, because we missed last week. Some notable waiver wire pickups were Jonathan with Broncos D for $21. And then there's me picking up Zamir White for 15 because of a little rumor that James passed to me about Josh Jacobs assaulting a waitress.
You're a...
No, it wasn't just because James messaged. So I did my Twitter research. I went on the Discord that I'm a part of. I started asking around. They're like, so from what I heard, it was a waitress. He assaulted her along with Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. If you watch him on like the broadcast, he seems like the nicest dude.
Yeah, hey, who knows, dude? Who knows? And then like later that night when I was on Discord with you guys, I saw the tweet and Josh Jacobs was like, "I've been home all day." So I was like, dude.
Oh, and he was on the Raiders, so it was like you
Yeah,
wouldn't
see, it's
put
the
it
Raiders.
past.
I'm scared.
If it was
I
like
was scared.
If it was like Tennessee, you'd be like, "Come on, dude, they don't even go out."
Yeah, and then I also owned Kareem Hunt back in the day, and I had PTSD, man.
All right.
All right, and then Vin took a nice waiver pickup with Cole Kmet for 13. I picked up Mecole Hardman for 12. Nick picked up Jerick McKinnon for 11. Michael Gallup going to Jonathan for 11. Graham Gano going to Jonathan for 8. He really paid for a kicker, but yeah. And then Terrace Marshall going to me for 7. All those players I picked up, by the way, are not on my team anymore. So I spent
What is that?
I spent like 30, like almost 30
$30.
I spent $34 to not have any of them. But hey, Royce economics.
Yeah, Royce economics. We'll get into Royce economics later. All right, week 11. Let's
And then
big wait. Look,
Yeah.
before we get into that, any quick thoughts on these guys?
I think it was just honestly the only one that sticks out is the Cole Kmet pickup because Vin really like bought into that one week that Cole Kmet had and it paid off last week 10. So Cole Kmet I think is like on the up. I mean, you can speak to how Cole Kmet was early season.
Cole Kmet is like Kyle Pitts early in the season. I see no difference.
Yeah. See,
But
I'm just waiting on Cole Kmet now.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if he does it 3 weeks in a row, then you have to buy in. But we'll see.
Yeah.
He's a wait and see right now.
Yeah.
But that's a great pickup. He keeps calling him the coolest to ever do it.
The coolest to ever do it. Yeah.
All right.
And then, okay, week 11, we got Isaiah Pacheco going to Gee for 56 fab.
It's crazy.
Christian Watson going to Timmy for 41 fab. Vin getting Paris Campbell for 23. David, you getting Steelers D for 23. Uncontested.
That's crazy. Okay, I'll tell you about that later, but go ahead.
Royce Economics, let's go. And then Donovan Peoples-Jones going to Michael for 16. And then Chief D going to Chris for 16, also uncontested. All right, let's hear your thoughts, David.
I mean, okay, we'll talk about the Isaiah Pacheco and Watson. So, I mean, it's Thursday. We saw how Watson did, so I guess that's a good pickup from Timmy. What did he get? Now, he only scores touchdown. He scored 2 touchdowns last game. He scored 2 touchdowns this game. He scored 3 touchdowns last game. So when Aaron Rodgers in the red zone, he looks for him. obviously, but when the touchdowns don't come to Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna be like a boom bust wide receiver 3 probably, and he just boomed twice. But we'll see if he really changes Aaron Rodgers' life. 41
Yeah.
bucks. Isaiah Pacheco 56. What are your thoughts on that? Did you
Dude,
put a
I
bid in?
wanted Pacheco. I put all my marbles in for Pacheco because
If
you
you
know,
did, you had 30 more bucks to put in. You could have.
yeah, I've only had 30 more bucks, right? Hey, but it's fine. So I was a believer in Pacheco because I drafted him. I held on to him for a while. I kept picking him up because I was like, he's gonna pop off. He's gonna pop off, or he's gonna take the role. But then I needed a tight end, so I traded him. And like, dude, my eyes were like glowing when I saw Marcus drop him. But he just had to go and pop off when he wasn't on my team.
You keep trading away 1 week too early.
Dude, I'm telling you.
How crazy would your team look if you had Pacheco and K9 and Jonathan
K9
Taylor?
with the team I have right now, dude.
Jonathan Taylor and Josh that's just a manager diff, no?
Dude, all right.
Offer Kyle Pitts though, right?
All right, I you can't predict the Kenneth Walker one, but the Pacheco one, I was just holding, like, it's gonna happen late in the season, especially after Chiefs bye. They're gonna switch it up, and bro, I thought he was gonna have another whatever game before his carries went up. Fuck, it is what it is.
I mean, I thought 50. I mean, Andy Reid said he should establish the run more, but he always says that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this game he gets like 8 carries and Jerick McKinnon is in for like 50% of the snaps on passing downs, right? So it's like he gets like 15 carries, or he can. I wouldn't be surprised if he got 15, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he got like 7 carries, right? And then Clyde is getting in 50-50, right? Because you did say, I thought I put in 15, and I thought that was like a little bit too much, but I don't know. It's the hype. This late into the season, there's not really that many players to go and pick up anyways, so.
Yeah, because I just needed a Week 14 play, and I thought Pacheco would be good, so I went all in on that. But congrats to Ngee. He's he needs it with DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams on his team.
He ain't doing too bad with those two.
Yeah, I know.
Playing them every week. But yeah, he needs that running back depth. Steelers D for $23. So what I do, my system is, when it's 6 o'clock, I like get home. I don't really look at anything. So I have an idea of who I want, but I just don't know how much. I gotta look at like my resources on the computer, right? So I'll put in like bids. I just put in like bids. So like I put in bids 23 here, 15 here, 20 here, and then like 14 here, or like a couple $2 bids here. And they're just placeholders, so I don't forget with like how much I'm like okay with paying, right? And then I'll go on the computer and I'll take a look, and then I'll adjust accordingly based on like, I'll look around everyone's rosters, and like if nobody really needs a defense, then I'll lower it or I'll increase it. Same with players, right? But then I forgot, and so the one I remembered, it was like 7, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to reduce my or adjust my fab bids because I put like a couple 20s in as just placeholders. So then, because I was okay with paying 20 for Steelers D, because with TJ Watt coming back, I mean, he's been back for 2 games, and you can already see the difference in the Steelers D. Is it TJ Watt or?
It's TJ. It's TJ.
Yeah, it's TJ, right? Yeah, he came back, and you can already see the difference. And the game he was in, which is the first game, they also did pretty well too. And so I was like, okay, I'm okay paying 20. I'll just put it in as a placeholder. But I'm actually surprised that no one picked him up.
Yeah,
I think
is Steelers rest of season for you?
They could be.
Yeah, because I can only justify putting more than 20 up for defense if it's like rest of the season,
And they're playing Cincinnati this week. The first week they played Cincinnati in week 1 with TJ Watt, they scored 30 points. So we'll see if he really changes their life, right?
Yeah.
So well, that was my reasoning, but by the way.
Yeah, for sure. That's not too bad then. It's just the uncontested makes you look a little worse, but
Yeah.
it is. You get your guy.
Yeah. But week 11 trade deadline. I'm not sure if we have any more trades cooking up. You cooking up any trades right now, Royce? You in any talks
I
right now?
had an offer. I also had a probe because right now I'm just trying to find tight ends. So I probed a little bit with Vin, trying to see Higbee's price if Komet's his rest of the season. He said he'd get back to me, but we'll see.
Did you get back to you?
No, not yet. He was waiting on Komet because he heard Komet might have an injury, but yeah.
All right.
But I don't think Komet has an injury right now. And then Michael hit me up today and he said, he was offering me Justin Fields
Uh-huh.
for Tua and a wide receiver. And I was like, dude, I'm not giving up a wide receiver to get Justin Fields. Like, okay, yeah, he's popping off, but like he I guess he was just looking at me during my quarterback buy to get like a plug-in QB or like a playable QB without a buy. And I'm fine with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's doing well right now. He's got 19 points. I'm happy.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah, the game's done. Okay.
yeah, the game's done. He got 19 points. So Michael was just shooting his shot, and I respect it. But I would not do that trade.
Okay. Got a couple questionables on your wide receiving core, Royce.
Yeah,
Let's see if the stars can finally align for you this week, or if
dude. Or if it's another
Or,
week where I don't have a full lineup.
all right. What's your percentage to win this week? 58. Okay.
Yeah.
Next year, I think we should do a sleepers projection to win versus the podcast host.
Oh.
Like we'll put in sleepers picks, right? But
Yeah.
anyways, first trade, last week's trade, Elijah Mitchell for Eno Benjamin. I'll go first. Hindsight's 2020 here. Mitchell, who knew he was gonna be splitting carries with CMC, but Chris gets his handcuff, who's pretty good if CMC were to ever go down, and Marcus gets Eno and $7, who was like pretty much cut right after this trade. So I say D for Marcus, A for Chris.
Okay, so same thing. I mean, without the hindsight, like the trade, I can kind of get the trade, I guess, because Chris wants his handcuff. Chris CMC is in an offense that likes to run too, so he kind of secured that. And I mean, at the end of the day, he paid for Elijah Mitchell for 7 fab. The Eno Benjamin one was pretty interesting because he basically gave up Connor's backup for CMC's backup, and Connor's backup I feel like it's more valuable because I mean, like, do you think James Conner is more injury prone than CMC?
I don't know. How old is Connor? Like 29? Maybe.
Yeah, late 20s.
He
Yeah.
might be old. He might be more injury prone, but they're both pretty bad.
Yeah, they're both pretty bad. But like, yeah, I mean, he took advantage of selling high. So I mean, with the hindsight, I give Chris an A, Marcus D minus, just because Benjamin got cut.
Yeah, Benjamin got cut. Next trade, Royce gets Gerald Everett, and Marcus gets Isaiah Pacheco for $5. I'll go first, and then Royce can explain his rationale. I think Marcus got an A if he kept Pacheco. I mean, why would you drop him right after you got him plus $5? I would just wait 1 week because you did see the snaps were slowly moving, right?
Yeah.
It was slowly moving away from Clyde, like since like week 4 or something. So I would just wait and see. But A for Marcus, C for Royce. He gave Royce 5. Royce always be trading his stud running backs right before they boom. So
Stud rookie. They're always rookies.
yeah, they're always rookies. So Royce is the inverse Michael. He hates rookies, and Michael loves rookies.
Yeah, I'll give Marcus a B just because like he had 2 tight ends. Dalton Schultz came back, so he kind of wanted to get rid of Everett. He was interested in Pacheco for a while, and I think he was high on Pacheco like I was, but I was, I had a good amount of running backs, and Pacheco was just sitting on bench. So I traded him, and I just needed a startable tight end, and I feel like Everett's value went up with Keenan Allen and Mike Will coming out. But after I got him, he got injured during the game and didn't come back. So like it's just bad luck. But like for me, it was down to whether or not I valued a valuable bench piece or flex play or a tight end, which I have to play every week anyway. So I just needed the tight end, so I traded for that. I'll give myself a B just because positional needs. Because I traded for, he's top. Gerald Everett's top 10. I don't know about after last week, but he was top 10 when I traded for him in his position.
There must be like a 15-way tie for the number 10 spot of tight end.
But I just needed a tight end, and then Marcus gets a B. He'd get an A if he kept Pacheco but he dropped Pacheco right after, which like, dude.
He got A plus for Pacheco, but he got a B because he finessed $5.
He just finessed 5. Yeah, give him a B because Marcus doesn't drop players with value, but he also doesn't sell them for fab. He also tries to sell them for like your studs, and I'm like, dude, no. Like,
wait, Marcus has reached out to you? Marcus never reaches out to me.
I'll reach out to him, asking for a price check, and this was when like James Robinson was popping off, and I was like, when James Robinson was in my starting lineup, I was like, how much for Dalton Schultz while he was injured? And then Marcus is like, I'd only give up Dalton Schultz for James Robinson. And I was like, what? Like, can we please come back to earth real quick?
And he was holding on to Aaron Rodgers for a long last time.
Yeah.
He's even though he's Joe Burrow, he likes running that 2 QB setup.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. It's so weird.
All right, wait, before we get into the next trade, I've been noticing like at the very beginning of the league formation, we're only doing blockbuster 3 studs for 3 studs. And now we're just doing shit players for like other shit players. I wish we would like go back and meet some. We're going too far away from the other stuff. We gotta like friendly meet. Go back to meet in the middle, right? It's because of Jonathan, bro. Jonathan.
It is because of Jonathan.
Jonathan, you need to make a blockbuster trade so that we can all follow suit. But anyways, we're trading. It's like it's trade deadline, and we're just trading fucking players. Just for fab, and we just drop them like before they even play them. Like what the fuck, dude? All right, Anyways, Jonathan receives $3. Marcus receives Tom Brady. I mean, Tom Brady's on a bye. I'm not sure what Marcus is doing here. Maybe for the playoff schedule or something like that. But Joe Burrow, why would you ever move away from Joe if you were in the playoffs? Why would you stop playing Joe Burrow just because Tom Brady has a better matchup though, right?
Yeah, you don't play matchups when you have Joe Burrow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, it's like nothing for both.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jonathan gets rid of a QB that he got for fab. I think he's just trying to recoup his fab, maybe make a profit for $1 or $2. But I don't understand why Marcus made that trade.
I don't. He's on bye this week.
Marcus, if you ever watch this podcast, this exact video, David has to take shots. But also, we're not in a super flex league. Marcus, we're not in a super flex league. You can't play 2 QBs.
I don't know what Marcus is doing, but he seems to be doing fine. But his team just hasn't gotten injured. That's the only reason he's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Next trade, the real trade here. Ty receives Tyler Boyd and Devonta Smith. David receives Mike Evans. Tell me your thoughts.
I give you an A because right now you're like consolidating your roster kind of too, right? Are you? Would you say you're consolidating your roster?
I would
that's
say,
what it looks like.
Because I can't play all 4 of them.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of consolidate your points from like wide receiver 3 players to like wide receiver 1. And like I think both sides kind of won. I think you just got the better end of the deal because at the end of the day you got Mike Evans. But Ty kind of gets a B+ for this because he was able to kind of sell one of his studs and plug holes. Like those two aren't bad receivers. He just was able to plug holes and try to win that week's matchup while he was in bye week hell. So not a bad trade. I think it's really fair.
Yeah, I mean, if Timmy doesn't have anything to say, then it's probably the fairest trade. He said his mind was like, I can't compute this trade is too fair. So Timmy over sleeper chat. I can't even tell who raped who, and then Timmy on the podcast. Yeah. So anyways, Ty was in bye week hell. He got 2 quality boom bust wide receiver 2s. I like Devonta Smith's chances with Dallas Goedert being hurt for the season, and Tyler Boyd's probably still good for another 2 weeks. But Timmy over sleeper chat. Y'all brain dead. You can't
Y'all
see.
brain dead. Just one head.
Yeah, y'all can't see value like I can.
Like I can.
He has to see what he's doing, though, right?
I think he does. I think this dude is at work. He gets that little sleeper alert sound, looks at it, and just says, "Ha, brain dead," and then locks his phone, and then just gets mad at his boss for telling him to do something. I literally think that's Timmy every day. Like that has to be.
But Timmy has no accountability for anything. Like that part of his brain is like damaged.
His messages are literally set and forget.
That's Timmy lives rent free in our heads.
Yeah, dude. Why do you say the things you do, Timmy?
I don't know. I can't compute, dude. He says the dumbest shit. But alright. I wish someone would just keep him accountable.
Vin does the this you from time to time, but Timmy's just
But
like
he
I don't
doesn't
remember
care.
saying that.
Alright, Royce, you're busy this week. Royce
I
receives
was.
Kyle Pitts. Michael receives $7.
You skipped the other trade though, the CPAT.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
Royce receives CPAT. No,
No,
Michael
Michael
Carter. Oh yeah, no wonder. Royce really wanted to talk about this trade. That's why he
This
remembered
is
that.
why I'm on the podcast today. I
this-
gotta let you guys know my state of
All right.
mind.
All right, let me go first, and then you can tell me your state of mind. So Royce receives Michael Carter, and then Jonathan receives CPAT. Oh shit! All right, here we go. All right. Anyways, so I got C- for Royce, A for John. Did you shop CPAT around, or is this the best thing you could get?
No, because I didn't want to give it to anyone that I was gonna play for the next 4 weeks. And then I also wanted to give it to sorry, John. I wanted to give it to a losing team. You know? And I kinda I thought this through a lot, and Jonathan was the only trade partner. Yeah. But give your side first and I'll explain.
I mean, Michael Carter, he's obviously worse than CPAT. I think CPAT, they're just giving him that old man rest. I think, he's probably the better running back. Michael Carter is like okay, but they do give CPAT a bigger workload. I mean, before they did, I don't know that there's only been one game with Tyler Algier and CPAT, so we'll see. But Michael Carter is splitting carries with James Robinson, so we'll see.
Yeah. So my thinking was heading into the deadline, I kind of looked at my buys and I saw that Jonathan Taylor, out of my 3 running backs, Jonathan Taylor and Cordarrelle Patterson both had week 14 buys. And week 14 is the week right before playoffs. And with the way this season's going, it looks like week 14 is going to decide a lot of playoff runs. So I basically needed a running back that I could just play week 14. because like my RB1 and 2 are set. Bar any injuries, bar bye weeks, but they're pretty set going into the playoffs. I'm gonna start them every week. So I just needed a plug and play running back. So I knew I wasn't gonna get like the same tier running back anyway. So I kind of looked for a tier down. Michael Carter's looking good. Week 14, he's playing Buffalo, and he did pretty well against Buffalo last time. We're heading into winter, where the weather is going to be colder, so it might snow. So they're going to carry more than throw. And then I also looked at Jonathan's schedule, and he plays a lot of 5-5 and 5-5 and 6-4 teams. So it's in my best interest to kind of like give him the better end of the trade, so that he has a better chance of beating those teams too, while I try to win my games and then they drop down in the standings, So that was kind of my thinking, and I just, I'm probably only going to play Michael Carter week 14, unless one of my receivers are out this week, then I got to play him. But it's not that bad. Like Michael Carter's like a tier below Cordarrelle, maybe a 2 tiers, but I'll live with it.
Okay. So where do you think Michael Carter is in running back rest of season, and where do you think Cordero is?
I think Cordero is like
Give me a number.
running back top 15.
Top
think-
15.
I think he's top
Even
15
with
all the
Tyler
teams.
Flowers for Tyler Non.
I think Algier does a lot of good work with the carries he gets, but I think Atlanta's trying to get the most out of CPAT, and that's why he's getting a lot of the carries. But I mean, we're seeing a lot of Algier usage too. But I mean, that one game, his first game back, he had 2 touchdowns. He would have had 3 if that holding call wasn't called back. But yeah, and then I think Michael Carter's like a top 20. I honestly think he's top 20. If not top 20, he'd be like 21.
I don't know. I'd say maybe Carter's like this is just gut feeling. I haven't looked at any numbers. I'd say maybe 23, 24, 25, 26 on a given week. And Cordero maybe 18. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. You've been getting some good calls on your shot, so we'll see. Maybe
Yeah. We'll see.
Royce receives Kyle Pitts. Michael receives $7. Again, Royce's quest for a serviceable tight end continues. I mean, yeah, you stuck with him for way too long. You let like so many people pass you by. Like, you could have even played Likely. He's still even on the thing. What I would do is I'd pick up Likely, see if Mark Andrews is playing on like Saturday. If not, I just drop him and play someone else. Like, they're probably gonna give you as many points as Kyle Pitts anyways.
No, so the reason I traded for Pitts, so I gave away Pitts right after he had the best game of the season. So I traded him knowing that dude's gonna get like 2 receptions for 15 yards or some shit again. So I was fine losing Pitts, but I was on a Discord call, I think Nick was in the group, and Nick was like, "Yo, Michael just tried to sell me Kyle Pitts for like 6 fab." So like later that night, I hit him up. It was like right before I went to bed, like midnight. I went, "Yo, I heard you're selling Pitts for fab." And fab doesn't mean shit to me. Right? So he was like, "Yeah, I am." I was like, 6 fab. And he's like, 8. And I said, "Let's meet in the middle for 7." And he's like, "Deal." So I was like, dude, I spent 7 fab on a tight end who, if he has a quarterback change, honestly, it'll shift a lot of things,
Who
So
is their quarterback?
It's Mariota, but their backup is Desmond Ridder.
You think Desmond Ridder in his first few games is gonna be a better quarterback than Marcus Mariota?
So what I've realized is rookie quarterbacks love checking down to their tight ends.
Is that what you've realized?
Dude, For $7,
All
I will
right,
take that
let me
chance, you know?
see. Okay, you keep going with your analysis. Who's a rookie quarterback? Let me look it up.
Who's a rookie quarterback right now? I don't know. Malik Fitz.
Well, Trey Lance. Oh no, Trey Lance not a rookie, right?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. All right, and he.
Yeah, look at Fryermuth's targets.
But it. Let's see. Fryermuth's targets. When did Pickett start? Like week 4 and beyond?
I don't know. Let's check.
So we got 12 points, 2 points, 11.7 points, and 5 points. I mean, sure, right? They do like target. I'll give you this. They do like targeting their tight
That's
end.
all I ask for. Targets.
Do they hit their tight end? The same shit with Marcus Mariota. Do they hit their tight end?
Bro, if you look at the target share between Pitts, he'll have 2 for 3 receptions, right? That means he got 3 targets. But then you look at the target share, this dude had 25% of the targets. He's not throwing enough. Marcus Mariota won't throw for some reason. So I'm just hoping a change in quarterback will switch up the luck. If it happens week 15, 16, I'm good. You know? So that's my reasoning for trading it. I still believe in Pitts' ceiling. Like, if Pitts was on any team that wasn't tanking the shit out of their team, he'd be a top 10 tight end. Like, I really believe that. He's got all the physical gifts for it. Like, he's not a bust. I think Atlanta just doesn't scheme for him. So,
yeah. All right. We'll hop into the next segment. I totally forgot about this segment. It's a game. It's fill in the blank. Royce hasn't seen these questions. I literally just typed them in. Is that a new vape, or did you go buy one, or did you find your old one?
Yeah, I found. So mine, I've been using it for so long, it like died on me. It wouldn't charge. So I'm borrowing Jen's because she uses portables usually, and I'm just putting my pods in them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So fill in the blank is the game. I only have 3 questions. If you think of any questions, hit them at me.
All right.
All right. Who is going to be in the Booty League finals besides yourself?
Okay.
So it's a 3-headed race.
It's going to be David and Michael.
Oh. Hey, Royce trying to get a spot on the pod next year.
I just think, all right, Michael's team looks pretty good. Like, if Justin Fields keeps up what he's doing, Michael's got his QB. And the rest of his team is pretty good, pretty deep. And then for you, I think even though Breece Hall got out, you found serviceable running backs to plug in, and you still have Nick Chubb holding it down at RB1.
Yeah,
so
Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb is the kingpin to this whole entire operation.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is going to the toilet?
Can I cop out answer? It's James and Jonathan.
You think so? You don't want to go anything? I mean, James almost beat Chris last week.
All right, if we're going spicy, it's still going to be James, I think.
That's what we thought about. That's what we thought about. Vin. All he needs is he's down for that positive regression, though. You can't lose them all.
No, it's all about mentality because James is already picking up pieces for next year's keepers. He's already in the losing mentality, dude. He showed up on the podcast 2 weeks ago with a paper bag over his head. It's all about mindset, dog.
Yeah, look at Timmy. All right, go ahead.
Exactly.
Two and
who? Let's do James and spicy. It might be Nick.
Oh, that's spicy.
Nick might go first to worst. Nick, I love you. I'm sorry, but Nick.
He's number 2 right now in this.
He's number 2 right now. All right. There's 4 weeks left, and he lost Cup and Higbee.
Oh no, Ertz.
All right. Oh, not Higbee. Sorry, Cup and Ertz. Sorry, I got confused with when Vin and Nick do Higbee Cup night, Higbee Cup mornings. But yeah, Ertz being out and Cup being out for a while.
Spicy.
I think Nick's gonna slide a lot.
All right. We'll see. Cup really is that guy to hold Nick.
Cup is that guy.
All right. Blank is the best Thanksgiving liquor?
All right. So Thanksgiving, whenever you're at a Thanksgiving, it's sit and drink, right? Sit, drink, and eat. So you want a liquor that doesn't make you like wild out. So tequila's out of the question. You want one to sit and drink. I'm gonna say Henny or cognac in general.
Oh, cognac in general sits, but it like, when liquor sits in your stomach and then it makes you throw up because it won't go away. It's just like there. I think that's what like cognac for me. That's what that is.
All right,
And
there's a hack. I mean, Asian uncles like drinking like carbonated water, like Perrier. You can dilute because Asian uncles, when they give you a shot of Hennessy, they expect you to sip it, not shoot it, right? So just dilute it with a little Perrier. It'll go a long way.
you should invite Michael to Michael's been fiending to go to another
Dude, I know.
Vietnamese house party.
Michael's Vietnamese at this point, dude.
I know Michael's like, yo, what the fuck was that? I wish we got one of the groomsmen on this podcast. I wonder how Tyler's bachelor party. I wonder how lit it was. It seemed pretty tame from the.
But those guys also don't post shit.
That's true
Like,
too.
Omar took a picture of a sunset.
But they went and
But
saw
this
stuff.
dude was fiending.
This guy was looking at pornography on his.
This guy was looking at porn on his phone after he took a picture of that sunset.
Yeah. He tabbed out of his porn and took the picture and he went straight back to his porn, dude. No, it did the mini screen in the corner.
The mini screen in the corner, it's still playing. He just needs to take a picture first.
It mini screen in the corner. All right. I was thinking mezcal is another agave family. Mezcal is the best Thanksgiving. I haven't had it in like a long time, but I'm just thinking that wood. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've had mezcal.
It tastes like wood. Like literally, you like eat a campfire, and then you drink
I disagree.
What? It's so smoky.
I don't think it's more like. Actually,
it's so smart. Let us know in the chat, people. Is mezcal? Would you describe it as smoky?
If I want to get lit on a night, I like silver. I like blanco. But if we're sitting and drinking, it's reposado. That's the best.
I haven't sat and drank mezcal ever, so I should buy one. I haven't bought one for like. It was like in the Santa Barbara thing, but I haven't bought it like to hang out with y'all. So maybe I'll buy that next time.
Yeah.
Where can you can't get it at Albertsons, right? Where do you get it?
You can. You can
like
look for
Total Wine.
Total Wine probably is your best bet, but I'm pretty sure some usually Vons and Albertsons has different types of tequila. They have them all lined up.
All right. Well, you got any questions for me? Fill in the blank. No.
All right. All right. Let me think real quick. Fill in the blank. Okay. Blank teams are gonna be tied for playoff spots. Like at the end of week 14, how many teams are gonna be gonna have the same record, and it's gonna go down to points against, points for, head to head, all that stuff.
That's hard. So for reference, 1 through 10 is separated by one game. Okay. So whoever thought they were consolidating for the playoffs, you might be consolidating for the toilet.
Toilet.
All right, just a quick reality check. But I would say spots 4, 5, and 6 are up for grabs, and maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 fight for them.
Okay, so you're putting
Three
Sheesh, you're putting
spots.
5.
Three
That's-
spots and for 2 people. So let's just take the 4 through 8 right now.
That's 5.
So 4 through 8. So they'd have to win on points 4, and who has the most points 4?
Uh-huh.
We got Royce and Ty making it with Royce, Ty, and Yi making it right now.
Yeah.
So
Damn. It's
that's
gonna be
spicy.
spicy.
It'll
I
be
know we're gonna do so much math week 14. We're gonna be doing
yeah,
so
we
much
need
math.
a Chris math lesson. I don't understand these probabilities. How come it adds up to over 100, Chris? Okay, that was a good question. Week 9 recap. We didn't have a week 10, so we'll just do week 9. Pretty much I got 2 right. Chris got 3 right, and the guest got 5. Was it 5 right? So the running total on the season is I'm at 51%. Chris is straight up at 50%. Chris is just a crapshoot at this moment.
Yeah.
And our guest speaker is at 64%, which is crazy because it's not just one person. It's like everyone except for me and Chris. So me and Chris are like the 2 worst people for this job, pretty much. Any thoughts?
I mean, at
We
this point,
just-
just flip a coin.
That's what we've been doing. All right. Power rankings. I'll do a couple notable. Michael taking away the number 1 spot from Nick. Nick dropping from 1 to 6, 5 spots. That's rough. Yi going from 4th to 2nd. Royce going from 9th to 4th. Big jump there. Ty dropping from 4 to 8. And 3, 4, and 5. So Yi, Royce, and Marcus only separated by 0.4 points. Any thoughts?
I'm surprised I shot up that much based off of just one win. It's just like the volatility that we're seeing in these rankings just shows like how close these playoff spots are. Like it's so close going into week 11 right now.
I think
So
the
yeah.
algorithm doesn't care if you scored a little bit points in a win. It just cares about how many points you score, and then it'll like, if you do enough to win, it doesn't give a shit. It just
Yeah.
cares about like how many points you score. I think points is the biggest weight.
Yeah. Another thing that I noticed is my consistency went from like 10th to 3rd.
Yeah, what the
Kinda
fuck?
Nice. Which
I'm
is
like-
kind of nice because I haven't.
Which is the
anything that shows
opposite of
consistency.
that's which is the opposite of consistent, which is crazy. And I went from 4th to 12th. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know how this is done. I don't know how the algorithm works. I need to look at the source code.
And what's crazy is Nick, after like Cooper Cup and Zach Ertz, he went from to 11th consistency and
Yeah.
12th rest of season roster.
Yeah, I don't get it.
He got too complacent with his roster. It's
Yeah,
this
I don't know, dude.
power ranking is full of shit.
Yeah, dude.
But it's getting the Jonathan and James right, you know.
Yeah,
They
they belong down there.
Yeah, hopping into the matchups, we're just gonna off the cuff this. Vin versus Timmy, start us off.
All right,
We
Vin
got
versus
we have a little
Timmy.
sneak peek, so
Okay, Vin versus Timmy. Vin is gonna take quarterback because Noon Perk Thuggins is way too good. Running backs, I have. Let's see. I'll have Push. I'll take Push. Just because they both have. It's basically Eckler versus Barkley. Aaron Jones scored 10, so I think like one of them can match it up. David Montgomery has a good week this week. Wide receivers, I'm gonna give it to a Push as well because Vin has wide receivers on bye. Tight end, I have Vin, and then flex, I have Timmy. But they both play the same position on the same team. Brian
So you
Robinson
think
versus
it goes as
Antonio
who
Gibson.
this matchup? This is who gets the touchdowns in the Washington
Yeah.
matchup.
Yeah,
So who
this
wins the
matchup's going to be
game?
decided. Yeah, I'm going to take I'm gonna take shoot. I'm gonna take Vin.
Damn,
the
even with a
matchups-
20-point Tony game.
Yeah. A
All right.
20-point 20-point Watson game, you mean.
Oh yeah,
And
Watson.
then yeah, it's gonna go down to the flex, RB 1A versus 1B. So
Uh, I'll pick Timmy to win. I like the Russ matchup versus Las Vegas, and I also kind of want to jinx him a little. So I'll pick Timmy to win. Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't like that play there. He's like pretty concussed. You have to play Kadarius Toney here. I mean, he's looking
Yeah.
pretty good out there, and they just put McCole Hardman on to
IR.
IR, so I think you play Kadarius Toney over the concussed Juju. So I have Timmy winning. Next matchup, James versus David. I think I don't even have to look at the matchup. I think I win here.
Okay. All right, let's entertain it. QB, David. But I think James
No,
takes
hey,
it. Tyler plays.
not too fast. All right, take a look at Justin Herbert.
It's gonna be David easily, dude. Justin Herbert's the GOAT.
Justin Herbert is so shit.
Running backs, I have David.
Y'all,
Wide receivers, I have David.
whoever wanted to buy Justin Herbert off of me, you should have waited until he scored a lot or like maybe 20 points, then I might have sold him. But because he's so down and out,
you have to
I'm
believe
forced to believe in him. It's such a buy low that I physically can't sell anymore.
That's like when I asked Jonathan, "Yo, what's Keenan Allen's price?" And he goes, "Bro, I'm at the bottom right now. All I can do is hold him."
I know. It's like you're like holding a stock and it went to 0 and you're like, well, I ain't gonna sell it for $0. I might as well hold it and see if it goes up.
Yeah. But yeah, I have James winning the tight end matchup, and then flex I have David. So overall, David's gonna take this. I mean, it's pretty easy. I'm sorry, James. It's rough out there.
Yeah, it's rough out there for James. I mean, it's so bad. His team is so bad. He's running Daryl Henderson.
Yeah.
And,
And Melvin Gordon. But Melvin Gordon is not as bad.
Jonathan versus Chris. Chris has quarterback. I would say if Gus Edwards play, I'd say maybe Chris. Yeah, Chris has running back, slight running back edge. I think CMC's ceiling is higher than Damian Pierce or Alvin Kamara's. Bruh, Keenan Allen ain't even gonna
He's
play.
starting Keenan Allen. Oh shit!
He's just doing that for the projection. But as soon as it's for the mentals. I have Debo hasn't been having a good season, especially with who's the other Ayuk
going off.
being the preferred. So I have Chris going here. Mark Andrews versus Kelsey, and you know, if Mark Andrews plays, I'd say like a push, but Kelsey's healthy here. So I go slight edge to Kelsey and CPAT versus AR. AR is kind of doo-doo, so I go CPAT. But all in all, I think Chris wins. Jalen, do I have Chris? Is it that easy? I have the wide receiver diff here, but I gotta go with the co-host here, Chris.
For me, I think quarterbacks, it's gonna be a push. Actually, no, Jalen Hurts, definitely. Chris wins quarterback. Running back, I have Jonathan actually because Kamara is looking good. Damian Pierce might be, trending a little. I wouldn't say down, but his floor is pretty solid. He's just a little touchdown dependent to get to that 16, 17 point ceiling, I guess. Yeah, and then wide receivers, I have Chris, just because this guy has Keenan Allen in his lineup, and any of the other plugins aren't going to match AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson with Garrett Wilson coming up.
Jacoby here if you're.
I play Jacoby, yeah. Even if he's being guarded by Sauce. Tight end, I'll give it to, even if both are healthy. I mean, even if Mark Andrews is healthy, I'd give the slight edge to Kelsey. And And then flex, I have Jonathan's too, so I think I have Jonathan winning this.
Oh, Jonathan. Okay, me versus Nick.
Me versus Nick. All right, you want me to go first?
2 points from Tunyon. It's rough. Yeah,
Rough. Yeah, quarterbacks, I have a push here.
Push here. You know, Josh Allen ain't, or Lamar Jackson ain't that guy, you know.
Against Carolina, though, I think he is. I would have chosen Lamar if Buffalo played Cleveland in Buffalo, but then they changed it to Detroit. So I think it's going to be a regular game for Josh Allen.
I'll just read you off the last 6 games from Lamar. 13, 14, 14, 10, 21, and 16, and a bye.
He's playing Carolina. I think he's going to do well.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
And then running backs, I have damn. I have Nick.
Nick here?
Actually, no, I don't have Nick. Sorry. Zeke is questionable. I have Yi.
It's a 2v1 pretty much.
Yeah, it's 2v1. Wide receivers, I have Yi. Tight end, I mean, I'm gonna say push at tight end. With Tanyan scoring 2.9, I'm gonna say push.
That's spicy. Let's keep this guy accountable, Nick. If you're listening, shop bet that.
Shop bet this shit. Push.
All right.
And then flex, I have
push is. Let's just say push is a plus or minus 2.
2?
No,
2
2.
points? Or
yeah,
2
I mean
points?
5 points and 2 points. I'd say that's a pretty safe push, right?
Yeah. Push. That's easy.
I'll write that down. Go ahead.
No, it's on you now.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah.
I say Josh Allen easy here. They're playing in Detroit. Doesn't seem like his elbow is bothering him that much anymore. And then we have Joe Mixon versus Zeke. Or Joe Mixon and Zeke versus Connor. They just got rid of the backup, so he's going to get that workload against San Francisco, who's decent run defense, but if they get anywhere near the goal line, it's all James Conner. And Detroit's going to have one of the 2 running backs score a touchdown, right? So that's a pretty safe play. I can't guarantee a touchdown for Zeke even if he plays, so we'll see. I think I have Yi winning here, but it'll be I have Yi winning here. I wouldn't say it's that close. Next matchup, Royce.
All right. Next matchup, we got me versus Marcus. So you go first.
Okay. Let me look it up real quick. Sorry. You versus Marcus. Aaron Rodgers putting up 19 points versus Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow beats you there. Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs. Versus Denver and Philly.
You're really thinking about this. He has Najee Harris.
Slight edge to Royce. Shop bet that.
So
what do you define?
RB1, RB2 versus his RB1, RB2 combined?
But I said combined. So slight edge.
Bro,
slight edge is a 5-point difference.
Dude, I'm taking the over on that. We'll shop bet that.
All right, we'll shop bet that. We're taking a lot of slight edge, a lot of open-ended bets.
Hey,
all right.
I'm here to instigate.
Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra, and Hopkins. I'm gonna just lump them all versus Devontae, Lazard, and Slayton. I already got a sneak peek for Lazard, so I will say.
Why are you talking so slow?
Push.
This is insulting. This is insulting.
No, it's because Justin Jefferson has toe turf. Okay, his ceiling is reduced. You try running really fast and jumping with a hurt toe. It's hard.
Nah, dude. He's gonna gritty with that turf toe on Sunday.
No, okay, whatever. All right, I give it to Royce. And Schultz versus Everett, I gotta give it to Marcus here. But all in all, I have Royce edging this one out. What about you? You too?
Yeah, I got me winning. Obviously, I do think Joe Burrow outscores Aaron Rodgers. I think I'm taking the running back wide receiver battle easy, and
Wait,
then
who did
tight
you-
end I'm giving to Marcus.
Who did you pick between me versus Nick?
I picked Yee.
Okay. Last matchup, Ty versus Michael.
The Prom Bowl.
Yeah. Derrick Henry got 24 points here. Justin Fields, red hot versus Atlanta. I think he keeps it going. But the sad thing is he's going against Patrick Mahomes versus the Chargers.
Chargers.
He also keeps it going. So push there. Kareem Hunt, oof, versus
Yeah, he's
so
playing
it's
Kareem Hunt.
Ramondre and Dalvin Cook versus Henry. So I give the edge to Michael here. Devonta Smith and Deonta versus Terry McLaurin and Gabe Davis. We got 4 boom bust.
Yeah.
We can even put Sutton and Boyd in, so we
Yeah.
got so
There's
it's a
6 boom bust wide receivers.
so it's a push there. It's a push there, right? Agreed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, agree.
And tight ends, we got McBride and Jawan Johnson. So I'd say push. So what is this matchup gonna come down to?
The defense.
The defense. All right. Let's
Eagles
see.
versus Bengals.
Eagles versus the Colts versus Bengals versus the Pittsburgh. You gotta go. You got a slight edge to the Eagles here, right?
Yeah.
Versus
yeah.
the Colts. Oh, but Matt Ryan's playing. Oh, but they're coming off of a bad game, so I think they're trying to get right. So I got Michael winning here.
Yeah. Same, I agree.
But it's also whoever
Contingent the
boom.
boom and the bust.
Yeah, it's the who's the boom. So it's gonna be a really lopsided matchup, but we don't know who's gonna go in favor of.
Or they could be all bust.
Yeah, they could all be bust. But that's all we have for today. Did we disagree on any? We got Timmy. I picked Timmy and you picked Vin. I picked Chris, you picked Jonathan, but all else we have equal. All right, thanks for joining us today. Anything you want to say to anybody?
Marcus, if you're watching this, which I doubt you are, you're gonna be banished.
Wait, you talked
this
to
week.
him at Scouts. He doesn't watch it.
No,
right?
he's not at Scouts anymore.
Oh, he stopped? He's busy
Yeah, he
with
stopped.
the house.
He's busy with his house, like he has been for like 3 years.
All right, wait, he stopped.
Yeah, but he doesn't watch the podcast at all.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Yeah,
you're
we
safe,
know.
David.
I'm safe. We're safe. But all right, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll see
Happy
you
Thanksgiving.
after the. Will we? I think me and Chris might take a break for Thanksgiving. Who knows? All right,
Yeah, who
see y'all,
knows?
everybody.
See ya.